song I sing. You are the reason why I lift my voice, why I lift my hands. It's all because of you.
You're most welcome to the Real Encounter Leadership Summit. It's a monthly summit and it's entirely free. We put up this program to inspire youth, to motivate, to coach people who to be better persons in the society. We usually meet here first Thursdays of the week, of the month rather, every first Thursdays, and today we are meeting. So we discuss different things for different months. We look at what we do a needs assessment, and then we try to fill in the gap by proffering solution, which is talking to young ones on how to develop themselves personally as a person, and then business-wise, because most persons clamor for businesses or for avenues that will yield income or profits. So today we'll be talking to you about entrepreneurship and empowerment roadmap. So are you a business startup? Are you a business owner? Do you intend to venture into business? No matter how little it might be, we are going to talk to you about the process and how you should kickstart. We'll kickstart now. Apologies for starting a little bit late or behind schedule. We'll kickstart almost immediately. I know some persons are still coming. Maybe we'll talk about very few sensitive areas in our society, within our society, and then we kickstart. May we invite our resource persons, please. Ms. Akelachi KJ, can you put a round of applause for her? Thank you, thank you. Right, and Mr. Justice Mezi, you're most welcome. A round of applause for him too. These are young minds, they are creative minds. They are going to talk to you about entrepreneurship and then the empowerment roadmap. So how do you venture into business, or if you're in one, how do you grow your business? How do you get more clientele? How do you make more profit for yourself? How do you make yourself more visible to the society? There are a lot of persons out there who actually need services. So have you identified that service which you think people within your area, people within your neighborhood would require your services, and in turn it will yield results, set results for you? All right, so may we commence by handing over, committing this fruitful gathering, this auspicious occasion to the Almighty, and we ask that He will direct our paths, that whatever we're going to speak to you today about, and whatever you'll be hearing us talk to you, that as we water your minds, that it will be fruitful in Jesus' name. May we all rise, please. For you're a wonderful God. You have brought us together, a gathering of different persons from different backgrounds and with different personalities to this gathering. We ask, sweet Lord, that you take absolute control of all that will be discussed today. The children will go back home with today. We ask, Ancient of Days, that you take preeminence in this place. May your host of angels guide and direct our thoughts. Full gathering. We praise your holy name for bringing all of us from different parts, different destinations to this gathering. We also ask, Lord, that as we go back, your host of angels will guide us back. We ask, Jehovah Nissi, that you help us, even as we render the service to humanity. You bless us and continue to enrich us and enlarge our coast in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord, because we have prayed in Jesus' name. Wherever it could be, please try to impact lives, no matter how little. There are blessings which come with that, okay? All right, thank you for being good citizens of our dear country. All right, I've introduced the resource persons. So I'll talk to you about HSC talk briefly, and then our rules of engagement. Okay. So the building is a glass tent building. Please be careful with the glasses and the edges, the corners, so that we don't cause any damage around here. No littering of items, please. We advocate for green environment. If there are things around you, either in and out of this program, please do not always make your environment as hygienic as possible. Please do not litter, do not burn, do not pollute the environment. Okay? And while we're here, if there are things we've used, please, we can trash it behind at a collective point. The conveniences, please, apologies, they are at the main building. If there is need for you to use them, please, you may go over there to use the convenience, okay? So for this program, there won't be mass talking. We won't be taking too many persons talking at the same time. We want to benefit from what you would see and what the resource persons will see. So we would have just one person talking at a time, all right? Please, we'll crave your indulgence to put your phones on silence so that it doesn't cause any form of distraction, okay? In case we're talking about politics here, that is when the time comes, please, we won't be talking about, want you to go into detrimental politicking, please, so that we look at the ball and not, we look at the ball or we look at the goalpost and not at the person or the career of the messenger, okay? So that we don't throw tantrums. We should be civil at all times. We don't just maybe use abusive languages, okay, or foul languages. We should respect those in authority, because even the Bible also employs you to do that, all right? With this, I open this occasion and I welcome you to the Real Encounter Leadership Summit. My name remains Sentemi. I am your host and your convener. All right. At this point, before we take the reading of the citation for the resource persons, we'll introduce ourselves. Okay. Let's know who you are and what you do.
My name is Wade Bright from Ogun State. I'm an electrician by position, domestic electrician, and also a student.
Okay. Do you have any, sorry, let me just add, do you have any business intention, or do you have an ongoing business?
Yeah. I have a vision for business. Yes, but basically it's based on my work, because this is what I have from when it's just like a gift to me. So I've been passing it up through. So the business I'm operating on is still under the electricity. So I'm starting it a little. It's not big, just a small shop.
No problem. God will see you through, okay? Next person, please.
My name is Philip Chedozi Nakram. I'm a businessman and also a student. Thank you.
My name is Vanessa. I'm a civil servant and I'm also a businesswoman. It's a startup business. I'm into organic products, all diverse organic products, and I'm also working, so it's like both ways. Thank you.
Gentlemen, all protocols observed. My name is Joyce Abel. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm an artist. I read electrical electronics. I was supposed to be here last month, though I came, but the venue was not clear to me.
Sorry about that.
I came to really know what this real encounter is all about. I have a diverse knowledge about the obscure leadership in the world. And I wanted to know certain things about it so we can be able to move our youth further to inspire, inform, educate, and make positive changes in the life of this nation.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ruth Augustine. I'm a teacher in profession and also a businesswoman. Thanks.
My name is Shendra Bledu. I'm a domestic electrician by profession. I'm also a student. I intend venturing into business, but I'm still undergoing training for now.
Thank you for letting me know. I'm a student of University. I'm a student and I also market products, basically forever living products and all this.
Good afternoon, everyone. Olajumo Timothy. I'm a self-employed. I'm into poultry. Due to, how can I say, since there's no job, so I'm into a poultry. But at least I'm just doing a little one, but because of the financial history, so I made at least just to enlarge it a little. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mrs. Ngozi Apato. I'm a fashion designer.
AJ. Okay, she holds a master's degree in environmental assessment and management from Oxford Brookes University and a certification in entrepreneurship from Boscioni University, Italy. Her belief and passion in entrepreneurship as a sustainable tool for development led her to find Early Flight Academy, a tech entrepreneurship training center for children, teens, and youth. She's the managing editor of Techative, a tech blog that chronicles stories and analysis of tech startups and talents in Africa. In this capacity, she has interviewed startup founders and profiled startups, covered breaking news, reported on several tech events, and organized and facilitated workshops for startups. She also serves as the anchor for Rivers of Unicorns, a series of interviews with players in the tech and startup space. Initially hosted on radio, Rivers of Unicorns now broadcasts online via its dedicated channel on YouTube. She is deeply engaged in advocating for increased inclusion of women in the tech space. So I think you should take advantage of that. Okay, she's also involved in Port Harcourt tech ecosystem and was a resource person in the Deviant Embers, a documentary by the UK High Commission highlighting economic opportunities in the tech and agriculture sector in the Niger Delta. She has been a member of the organizing committee for Startup Port Harcourt Week since its inception in 2016. Part of the team for Startup Nigeria, an initiative of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, a planning team for Aspen, and ecosystem mapping project for Port Harcourt. This is her citation. Please, a round of applause for Stella. The second citation for our second resource person is no other person than Mr. Justice Mezi. He's a graduate of computer science from Ebonyi State University. He is the founder of Just to Vago Plan, a brand which is into business development. He writes business plans and proposals for startups and already existing businesses. And he also audits businesses as well. He also trains. He does corporate and personal trainings, which includes the accounting, presenting, and broadcasting as well. He has a deep interest in writing of business plans and proposals He also does branding for startups and already existing businesses. He's a certified presenter and a broadcaster as well. He headed the team that took second runner-up in the NERI hackathon competition held in Port Harcourt. He's dedicated and passionate about entrepreneurship. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Justice. Thank you. So with this, today, like I said, today's summit, basically it's talking about entrepreneurship and empowerment roadmap. You all understand what we mean by entrepreneurship, somebody who runs a business. And then the empowerment is like the tools we will be giving to you to either kickstart your businesses if you are a startup or you want to venture into a business, or you are already a business owner. I'm sure there are some, even if you're existing, there's something, one or two things, one or two nuggets you'll pick from here today, which you will import into your business that will yield the desired results, all right? We'll be giving you these tools, we'll be giving you tips, and at the end of the presentation for today, you guys would have the ample opportunity to ask questions, whatever questions you have that has been bothering you or challenges you have faced in your different businesses, or you have noticed about businesses, existing businesses, so you don't also make the same mistakes. Because I, for one, I am a lawyer, and currently I'm a doctoral student. I'm studying my PhD, and I advocate for people, either graduates or non-graduates, to have a business, It's something that yields no matter the trickles it brings. It's something that is worthwhile. It's something you need to try. She's a civil servant. She said she works. I also work too. You can do that as an aside, They say never put all your eggs in one basket. You should also have multiple streams of income, because I've attended some seminars, some financial intelligence seminars, and they tell you never you have just one stream of income, just in case it closes up. So as a civil servant, as an employee, you should have a business. You mustn't own a very massive or big shop before you call yourself a business owner. No, these days, social media has made the world a global village, where you're sitting in the confines of your home and you begin to take orders, you begin to sell to people in different parts of the world. I attended a seminar where just last week, where they talked about how to monetize your passion, and they were telling us about how people stay here in Nigeria, and get jobs abroad. So whatever business you have here, but you can begin with your immediate environment first and foremost, so that you try it out, try your hands on something, and then it gives you that laxity as well to improve on your services. I've heard a great man talking about that's Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump. One thing they have made known to people is, if you want to be rich, then latch onto opportunities around your area. What do I mean by this? Look for challenges around your area and then try to look for solution. You get what I'm saying? Yes, be a problem solver. No matter how little that business is. It could be editing of a book. It could be a crazy idea. It could be one flippant thing. Before, we didn't used to have value for influencers. We didn't used to have value for entertainers. But today, almost all of us, we're all running and clamoring to have them around us. Why? Because they land on the earth, they provide services. Before, you could say, oh, why do I need a comedian? Why do I need to go and pay as high as 2,000-3,000 naira just to laugh? But it's a business that is thriving today. So I really employ all of us, just open your minds to learning, And then if there are other negative things, maybe you have seen other businesses go through, it won't be your portion, I assure you, if you put the right indices in place, all right? So with this, we're good to go. And just open your mind and then take notes, take as much details and tips as you can. And at the end of the presentation, then we do our questions, take our questions, and then we'll give you the answers, all right? So with this, we hand over the microphone to our first resource person, and she'll be taking us on entrepreneurship, all right? Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know the weather is cold, but let's try to be lively. Okay, my name is Akilachi, or you can call me Kila, right? I'm going around the room. I think a couple of us have started businesses, while some are yet to start. Can everybody hear me? Do I need to stand? Do you want me to stand?
Find something that's going to make your business stand out, but innovation takes it a notch higher. Okay? Innovation takes it a notch higher. Innovation is not a one-off thing. Innovation is a process. It is a process of creating new ideas all the time. Somebody said that the 21st century illiterate is not the one who cannot read and write. How many of us have heard that before? The 21st century illiterate is not the one who cannot read and write. Who is he? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? He's the one who relearn and unlearn. That this is what I know. But you can't even, you don't want to learn any new thing, you can't change it. Some people want this, once they dropped their pen in that university, that was the end of learning for them. But that is the 21st century illiterate, I tell you. Most of the things we do now has nothing to do with the degrees we studied in school. I have a first degree in forestry and wildlife management from the University of Port Harcourt. I have a master's degree in environmental management and assessment. So I spent like maybe, let's say 7 years, because agric is 5 years, and then my master's 1 plus NYSC, trying to hold these pieces of paper. By the end of the day, I'm talking to you, is it agric related? No. Is it environmental related? No. But we're doing something totally different, right? Who is the engineer that is doing something else now? Yeah? I'm not saying don't go to school, no. I'm just trying to make you understand 21st century literacy and how you need to keep learning. And that's the same thing for innovation in your business. Innovation is a continuous process. If you don't like learning, then you cannot apply innovation to what? Your business. Now, I'm also talking, thank you. Can you hear me? Okay. Now, innovation, I know some of us have not yet started our business, so this is also good for you in thinking about the business idea you want to implement, okay? So this is a very good topic for people who have businesses and those who are still thinking of what to do or who know what they want to do already. So we're on the same page, right? Are we on the same page? Should we do some exercises because everybody's so cold? I teach young children, I teach children a lot, so we play a lot. So if I tell you to stand up and say if you're happy, I hope you're not going to get offended. Okay, so that's innovation, yeah. Innovation basically begins with a systematic analysis of opportunities. A systematic analysis of opportunities. Innovation is a research process. Now, why we don't find a lot of innovative businesses in this part of the world is, I'm sorry to say, we are not patient people. We don't like research. Research is a process. Many of us don't like research. And what do I mean by that? You can even find it, even in universities, you've learned for 4 years, now it's time for your project. People go and pay people to write their research for them, or they go and copy something somebody has already done. We don't have that patience and value for research work. But innovation can only come through what? Research. When I say research, some people might be thinking, oh, it's PhD something, or you have to write one big book. No. Research basically means analyzing your environment, noticing things, writing things down. You don't need a degree to be able to carry out research. That's my belief. If you are a foodstuff seller and you realize that, okay, in the process of doing your business, you realize that, oh, Monday is a high peak day for whatever reason. Everybody knows in the business knows that Monday is high peak. But you people don't know why Monday is high peak. You now, as somebody who has a curious mind, can now say, let me understand why is Monday a high peak day. Do you understand? And she goes back. She might not start asking all her customers, why is it Monday you choose to come to the market? What is that? Research. Is she in the university doing it? No. This is in the marketplace. But what do you call that? Research. She's now asking her customers, why are you coming on Monday? Why do you like coming on Monday? Why do you like coming on Monday? She might decide to ask like 20 customers, why do they like prefer coming on Monday to buy food stuff? Now, it's common knowledge in the market that Monday is what? High traffic day, right? But she's the only one doing what? Carrying out research on why Monday is a high traffic day. Let's say that 10 of our customers tell her that, tell her something or give her a reason. I can't think of something at the top of my head, but give her a reason. She has gotten insight into something. Her research has given her what? Insight. And with that insight, do you know that she can manipulate the market to her favor? Do you know that? Do you know that it might just be that the market forces are so funny. You might be thinking, oh, it's the day people prefer. But the customers might be thinking that is the day that people bring fresh things to the market. Do you see where I'm going to? So research now might make her understand the customers better and manipulate the market to what? Her own favor. With that insight she has gotten from research, do you know that she can create a totally new product or service that will serve her customers and give her an advantage in the market? That's innovation. I don't want to explain the process. That is what? Innovation. Do we all understand? Are we on the same page? And as I'm talking, I want you to be thinking in terms and in line to your own business and to your own idea, okay? Okay, I'll try not to make this a very long, because everybody's just looking at me like, am I speaking Greek? Am I making sense? Do you understand? So as I'm talking, just keep putting it into your own business, okay? So like I said, it's a systematic analysis of opportunities, and it comes through research. Now, innovation in business does not necessarily mean, oh, somebody might say, I need to create a new product. Innovation can come in different ways in the marketing. How do you market your product? There might be standard ways of marketing in your own industry, but you can come out and decide to use something different, okay? People who, these telecoms companies, it was not always that they were using trailers for people to start dancing. Now, if you go on the road, you see almost all phone shops, there's always music in front and people are dancing. Somebody started it. That's innovation in marketing. And before you knew it, everybody started doing what? Copying it. So it must not be the product, like she's doing organics. It must not be that, it's not that it's good to innovate in your product. You can also innovate in the marketing of your product or the delivery of your product, or the production process itself, not necessarily the product, but the process. Do you understand? So there are different ways to bring innovation into your business. Now, when we talk about, okay, how can I get innovation? How can I get inspiration for innovation? Like I said, you have to do what? In Nigerian English, you have to shine your eye. You have to open your eye. You need to love data. Data means information, basically. You are doing your business. You don't take notes. I'm not taking note of important things. Do you understand? There are people who do business like that. Are we all together? Let's not lie. Yeah. Some people just say, I want to enter Gary business. They just go to one village, pack basic, and come to Creek Road and start selling Gary. And they don't even know, like, okay, what is my estimated profit? What they don't know, all they want is that they bought the Gary 3.5. The basic that are coming to come and sell it 5,000 to them, that's business. Is there no 1.5 is in between, Abi? Yeah. Do they even know how much they spend on transport? No. Do they even know the cost, as in that they don't know that they're even supposed to include their own personal sweat inside the thing? But 3.5 and 5, some even say 6,000 and they're okay. Okay, now, in between that process of bringing the Gary from Eche to Port Harcourt, so many things are involved. Do you agree with me? Somebody whose eye is open will see opportunities in between, they call it the value chain. You see opportunities, so many opportunities that are only. In fact, some people will abandon that Gary because they found something more lucrative in between. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Some people will abandon their reselling because they found something more innovative or something more lucrative in between. But how did they come about that knowledge? Because they were observant. Do you understand? Because they were observant. Okay. Now let's say, okay, source of innovation. How do you get innovation? Always be on the lookout. Sometimes success or failure in a business can give you an innovative idea. Do what? Give you an innovative idea. For success, I'll use a foreign example and then I'll bring it home to myself as well. Sorry. Of course, know the Marriott Hotel. It's a worldwide chain of hotels. Marriott. Okay, before it ever became a hotel, they were just restaurants only. Just restaurants. And they realized that they have so many branches all over America. They now realize that the branch that sells the highest is this branch that is opposite an airport. They were now wondering that why, if they were not keeping records, would they have known which branch was even selling highest? No. So they now decided to find out why is this branch the one selling highest. It's opposite an airport, fine. But ones that are in the city are not even selling as much as this one. They realized that people, before they bought their flights, they would go and buy snacks. That was before airlines started serving drinks or whatever on the flight. They will go and buy drinks and all of that and enter the airplane because some flights might be so long, they might get hungry. This restaurant, you know what they did? They now approached some airlines at the airport and now say, we've noticed this. Can we start catering, let's start offering drinks inside the airplane? That's how airline catering started. Today we fly down and they give us pack. But many years ago, airline catering never existed. Do you see what I'm going to? So that restaurant, it's a restaurant, they don't own any airplane. No. They saw an opportunity because they were what? Observant. Because they were taking records. They saw an opportunity and they took it. Do you see? So a success from just one branch of their restaurant was able to do what? Make them get a contact or contract, as you call it. That I'm sure that the amount of money they were making from airline catering was more than what they were making on land. Am I correct? Yeah. Yes, because people fly every day. People are flying every day. So imagine you have the contract to supply food and drinks to all the airlines in Nigeria. That's money. Do you understand? I hear that there's this group, Genesis Group. We all know Genesis. Some people complain that their customer service is not good. Their food is not so delicious. They don't even know why they are still existing. Somebody told me that they make their money from offshore catering. Do you understand? They make their money from offshore catering. So, but they're on land, but they make more money than they even let their land restaurants. The customer is not so upbeat. Do you understand? But they are making so much money from what? Offshore catering. Who would even have known? Shebi, we just see Genesis. We think that they're all about restaurants and cinemas, right? Another example, okay, of success. Let me use my own example. I said I sell juices. Out of curiosity and innovation, I decided to juice coconut. I just did it. That was even long before nut milk started raining. It's recently this fad about tiger nuts. Everybody's all about tiger nuts. Then people were not selling tiger nuts like that. And I just decided to be crazy and go and juice coconut and see what's going to happen. And of course, milk came out. And I was like, wow, coconut milk, how's this going to be? And I just started experimenting with different things, coconut and pineapple. And I'll be giving people, they were my scapegoat actually. And they'll be drinking and say, so purge me, this one is not nice. But at the end of the day, do you know that in my brand line, coconut and apple is my highest selling recipe? How did that come about? Innovation, right? The success, because I started, it was curiosity that said, just try this. I started and I noticed that people liked that coconut. And I already know that people love apple because of my own research. I have that data. So I put apple in almost everything I do because Nigerians have sweet mouths. I then said, okay, coconut, this thing you just discovered, and apple. Apple is a previous success, and it became what? The best-selling juice. If you want to drink, it's not a secret, go and try it at home. Coconut and apple juice. It's like the best-selling. In fact, I think Hollandia has something like that, but theirs is milk and something else. I can't remember. But that was from what success of what Apple. I decided to do what coconut and apple, and it became the best selling. So previous success in your business can give you hints on where you should create, where innovation can come in. Okay, just as I'm talking, just be thinking about your own idea, thinking about your own business. Now, how many of us know this thing? How many of us have seen it before? We know what it's used for, right? They post-it note, like a reminder to remind you. Now, I'm talking about from failure of business, now how innovation can come. This thing was not meant to be this. This was not the intention when people made this thing. It was made as an industrial material to be used for industrial application. It was large, like it was just big, but it was for industrial purposes. But they sent it to the market, and then the company that made it realize that it flopped in the market. People maybe they didn't do their research properly. It was not necessary, it wasn't needed. And out of frustration, one of the researchers in the lab just took some of the materials home and dumped it there. When he dumped it there, he realized that his daughter started cutting it up and using it as reminder notes for her mother on the fridge. It was a no-brainer. And they produced this. Now, this thing is sold well all over the world. But it came from what? A failure. So sometimes people are afraid of failure in business. No, failure is like your best product in any business because it teaches you a valuable lesson that no other person can do or teach you. So we need to, as Nigerians, learn to embrace failure. Some of us shy away from it. You failed and then you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to let any other person know. No, failure is your best product as far as I'm concerned. It's something that is teaching you a valuable lesson. If these people did not fail, we may not have this thing called post-it notes. Do you understand? We may not have this thing called post-it notes. So sometimes when you fail in business, it's the time for you to do what? Look inward and start asking yourself a series of questions. And if you have been keeping notes, observing, collating data, that failure must teach you something. Are you with me? Do you all agree? That failure must do what? Must teach you something. Okay, I've been talking. Now, let me ask you. So for those of us who have been in business or are in business, have stopped business, or are already in business, how has your business had any success or failure that you think that you should investigate further upon? Does anybody want to talk about it? Looking at your business, looking at the process right from when you started, or if you're even into manufacturing, I think that's better for me. But whatever, if you're selling wholesale, if you're doing retail, can you think of any time that you had a huge business success or even failure that you think that you can look back and bring out something innovative out of it? Is there anybody that wants to try?
If you look at the music we play in our country today, most of the things, the moralities we try to bring into the minds of people is not complete. So I decided to go in diverse direction. I'm a poet. In a way that the poet and music go in one direction, to create a path to serve our nation. So in a challenge I have is in the printing section.
Printing of your CD?
Yes, printing.
Okay.
You know, when you create the poet side is in different forms, just like in a movie. You have two sides in a movie. You have the real and unreal. In poets, you have the ones that areas that does not clear, but it gives you a real sense, and the practical aspect of what is created in the poet. I'm saying two things here. Just like in a movie, there are real and unreal.
When you say real and unreal in a movie, what do you mean?
The real is talking about the real
life story.
Real life story.
Okay, and then fiction.
Side, yes.
Okay.
This is the two things I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about in music and in poetry. In a way that it creates more insight and more inspiration. Because what prompted me to go into this, if you look at certain persons that is born in this planet today, in this century, there are people that has a very high sensitive brain that will be able to sense, transport, and some can be educated or can learn from reading or words from words. So I decided to go into this direction.
Innovation is everywhere. Don't think that it's just product. Music. There's innovation in music. Before somebody started a particular beat, it was one person that started it, and before you know it, all the artists are using that type of beat. I don't know if you've noticed that with Nigerian music lately. One person will start something and then it's as if all the songs are not sounding alike. I used to be confused, like, wait, if this beat not come, then what will happen? One person just starts something and then it becomes what? Mass production. Do you understand? But there are still some musicians that stand out in terms of maybe their lyrics. Like somebody like, what's this guy's name? The one that, I've forgotten his name, but he sang with Ice Prince. No, not Two-Face. Please remind me now. This M.I. Okay, M.I. For me, M.I. his lyrics, inspire me. Do you understand? But there are some other kind of musicians that they just sing for the beat's sake, and it's like, yo, let's all dance, wedding song and everything. And these are two different types of music. So, like he's saying, you can be innovative in another part that your music is just for a niche, a particular part of people who are so intelligent to understand. He found that as a space that was wanting. Do you understand? And this is music. So it shows you that innovation can be what? Everywhere, anywhere. A product-driven market, a service-oriented market. If you're offering services, you can still innovate in your niche wherever you are, wherever you've chosen to be. Or if you're still thinking about the business idea, you might have something in mind. So think about it. What can I do? Okay? Does any other person want to say something before I move on? Inspiration for innovation is through your process. Through your process. Either your delivery process, your service process, or your production process. You make organic products, my dear. I will use you because you're in production. Now, I'm sure the process is you go to the market, you buy, you come and you mix, you prepare, you mix. There's so many things. If you observe closely, there might be a part of the production process that is a pain to you, that you feel something should be done about, or if there was something to make it easier, you would feel happier about it. Do you understand? There's something within that process. No process is ever complete, or you can keep updating it. Now, if she looks closely and gets a solution for that pain that she's feeling in her production process, she can market that solution as an entirely different product. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Do we understand? Okay, let's say for example now, maybe currently, I'm just using it, I don't know anything about soap production or anything. So let's say that she has to heat it up to a particular and all of that. But if she finds out that she doesn't really need to heat it up to a particular temperature, or using a particular plastic, it can just go straight and be strong instantly. Plug it. What people who are making in that industry buy from? She's selling her soap. In fact, if she so desires, she can even stop selling soap and become just a manufacturer of that thing alone. That solution for what? So only soap makers. So many other people need this thing to turn solid immediately. So many other industries. It cuts across a lot of industries, not just soap makers. She can keep selling her soap, but she has found what? A solution to what? A heating and cooling problem. By what? Observation. And not just observation, but actively trying to find a solution to something you've noticed. People say there are a lot of problems in Nigeria. Are there not problems? Yes. Tell me, did you encounter problems as you were coming here? Some people say, oh, I couldn't find the address easily. Somebody said that, right? I couldn't find the address easily. Oh, the rain. Oh, something. But we just shrug problems off, like it's part of life. But there are those who look at problems as, I need to provide what? A solution to this problem. And is that not how money is made? Do people just dash you money? No. You provide solution to what? A problem. You're creating value. That's how you do what? Get money back. Okay? So let me give a practical example for this. In those days, there was this black man in the racist era in America. He studied engineering in university, but he's a black guy. I mean, he came out with good results, but he couldn't get a job in a good engineering company. So what did they put him as? Somebody who will be oiling trains. Somebody who will be oiling what? Train. Somebody that studied engineering. He took up the job, and then those days they used to oil the train with hand. You come and pour the oil on the train. Pour the oil on the train. This guy was like, there has to be something better he can do. And he created a can, like an oiling can. If you go to any mechanic shop, you must see that thing now. It's like a can, you just pour the oil and use it to oil the can. They started calling the can after his name. His name is McCoy. So McCoy oiling can, that's what they use now, everywhere, all over the world. So it's not just the train industry or transport industry. Mechanics, everybody uses that thing now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So your innovation can even cut across your own specific industry that you thought it was for, right? It can cut across. So what I'm saying is that we need to keep looking at our processes. Keep looking at our process. Another thing that can give you an idea for innovation is the change in demography. Demography simply means population, the people who buy your product, your customers, okay? Don't think it's a big word, just means the people, the category of people. Look at Nigeria now. Our population, we have a very large young population, youth population, right? Do you understand? Our youth population is larger than the aging population. But in some countries, the aging population is more than the youth population. So that's a huge burden for them. But look at Nigeria, we have a large young population. What can you do? That's why things like entertainment is what? Thriving. Do you understand? That's why things like entertainment is what? Thriving. Because we have a large young population. Social media is thriving. Things can be sold on social media. Okay, let's look at the income level, because that's also part of demography. Although we have a large youth population, do we have so many rich people? Nigeria recently, they brought out the information, we're one of the poorest countries in the world. Right? Do you understand? You look at the population, you look at the demography. How can I maximize this information for my own benefit? Before now, I think they used to sell bottled water, but nobody was selling pure water, sachet water. And then of course, somebody realized that, man, it's not everybody that can do what? Afford bottled water. And they did what? Until today, sachet water is still selling. We'll keep selling and we'll continue selling. Because what? There's a demography for that. Do you understand? And people are making their money from what? Pure water. And some people, it's just pure water they do. Some people have water production plants. They do bottled water. They do pure water. But they will tell you that their pure water sells more than their bottled water. Because of what? The demography. So even in innovation thing, you need to look at your demography of your target audience, of your clients. Okay? That can give you an inspiration to create something new. Some people just sell. They don't even interact with their customers. They don't even know what their customers are feeling. They don't even know what their customers are thinking. But if you want to really make an impact in business, you have to do things differently. You can't keep doing things the way every other person does business. Even on Instagram now, there are so many people selling. You can still think and create something innovative for the mass of Instagram sellers. Okay, somebody might say, oh, social media is the height of it, there's no more innovation again. When people start selling on Instagram, let's say you're selling this bottle, you carry your phone, you snap it like this. Abi? You snap it and put it online. You snap it and put it online. Somebody stayed and created a light box. Light box, the small one that ordinary people can buy. What does that mean? You carry the box, you put it, light is inside, you put your product inside and snap. and your product looks as if you took the picture in the studio. How many thousands of Instagram sellers are going to buy that light box? Do you understand? How many thousands of sellers are going to buy that light box? Some people, their business is just to sell light box. And I don't know, for those of us who are very active on social media, you see a lot of people selling things. You see they'll use one fine white rug, 4 rugs. Some people, it's just light box and 4 rugs in their business. And they are making money. Do you understand? So there's no end to innovation. Don't ever say, oh, the process is finished, it's complete, no more ideas. There are always ideas. There are always what? Ideas. It's just for you to think, rethink, look at the process, gather information, be intentional about it. I keep telling you, innovation is not a trance, it's not a dream, it's not, some people say eureka, that is just like at the snap of your finger you get one idea that will change the whole world. No. Even Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook founder, he didn't just wake up and think about Facebook. He was already a developer, that is somebody who is a programmer. He was already doing that right from the age of what, is this 6 or what? He has always been programming. He has always been doing it. So in the process, he found something that he thought, and he never even thought it was going to be this big. He was just doing it for his classmates, his school people. Before he knew it, other schools started getting into it. Before he knew it, now it's all over. His plan was not even for it to be a global, something like this that's going to change the entire world. Do you understand? So innovation is not an instant thing that will drop down. One that Angel Gabriel will come and say, "Bam, bam, bam, this is it." No, it's by being observant and being deliberate. By being observant and what? Being deliberate. Looking closely, shining your eye, like I like to say. Shining your eye, looking at what you're doing. You must find a gap in your value chain. You must find a gap. How many of us like to eat fufu? I love fufu a lot. I have no shame about it. Like I love fufu. My best swallow is pounded yam. After pounded yam is fufu. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I'll eat fufu in your front. But there's that thing about fufu, what? The odor. Is it not? The smell. But I'm sure today you know that we have odorless fufu. I love it. I can eat my fufu anyway. Even in the office. I can do what? Eat what? Fufu. Okay, there's also this thing about, how many of us outside, people who make wheat, who make semovita, you put on the fire, your pot will burn as if the thing wants to, most of all these packaged swallows come like that. Even the odorless fufu. And then somebody came and told me that she has a product, a fufu flour. I say, this one now come and burn my pot. She said, no, this one you make it like gari. Instant fufu flour. I said, you mean that I'll boil water, put water on the bowl, and start pouring the... She said, yes, we did it, it worked. Instantly. Nothing like gari again in my house. Do you understand? Is that not innovation? This is fufu that you used to buy, that they call low, that you pack, you go to a market, it's round, smooth, even the strong one, but this one, effortless. I can make my fufu by myself, like Eba, like Gary, without burning my pot, nothing. That's life made easy for me, man. I eat my fufu anytime I want. In fact, if I go back, I think I'll eat fufu again. Because, in fact, it even causes problem in home. Wife likes to eat fufu, husband I don't want to see, perceive this in my house. Cannot. But now, see how innovation has captured a different segment of the market totally. People who would have said, me and fufu, God forbid. But now they've done what? Are they not part of the market? You've increased your market size. Instantly, you've increased your market size. Do you understand? So innovation cannot hurt your business in any way. You've increased your market size, you've increased your revenue, which is what